Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Robert and today we will learn and talk about how to use Adobe Flash software. This is our first video from our tutorial series to learn Flash for newbie and beginners. So sit back and relax and watch the video. So here's the topics that we will talk about on this tutorial. Opening the Flash program and Flash file, getting to know the workspace, know more about the library panel, working with timeline, and creating a simple short clip animation. Let's talk about opening the Flash program and Flash file. So to open a Flash program, all you have to do is to click on the Start and the S key on your keyboard. Type in Flash and select it from the list, and there you go. The other option would be to do it manually. Click on the Start key, find it on the list, or select Program, select Adobe CS5 or CS6, then try to locate the Flash program. If the program is already open, click on the File, Open, and look for the folder where the file is located. Let's open up the SWF file that was generated by Flash. Click on the file, and there you go. As you can see, the video clip here is on loop or repeating, and it was set up on a short period of time. Let's close now the video clip and open up a new document. So we will go now to our next topic, which is getting to know the workspace. So this is the layers, the stage, the timeline, a property inspector, and the tool panel. You can even customize the arrangement of your workspace by checking out the top portion of the menu. Click the drop down arrow key, select the best preset that you want to use. The white rectangle in the middle is the stage. This is where you will place and create your elements like graphics, your animation, and so on. If you want to change the settings of the stage like background, color, or size of it, you can change it on the properties and so on. Let's know more about library panel. So the library panel is just next to the property panel. This is where you will find all the files that was imported, and this includes the movie clip, graphic, and button that you will be creating. We will talk about it on the separate tutorials. So if you want to add a file like graphic file that you imported, click and drag it on the stage under the keyframe and layer that is selected. Let's go now to our fourth topic, which is working with timelines. So the timeline of Flash is sort of like the timeline of your favorite video editing software like Adobe Premiere, wherein you can drag the red playhead marker to a specific time track of your animation or video clip if you want to make some changes. Also, on this section, you can find all the layers that you created. You can also use this to arrange the layer of your animation. Let's go now and rename one of the layers. You can simply rename it by double-clicking on the layer itself. Now type in the name that you wanted. Let's add a new layer by simply clicking on the menu, Insert, Timeline, and select Layer. You will see the new layer added on the timeline. You can also click on this icon at the lower left portion of your timeline to add a new layer, or simply select the existing layer, right click, and then select Insert Layer. To delete the layer, you can click on the trash can icon on the lower left portion of the work area. Or you can do the same thing by clicking on the layer or right-clicking on the layer, then select delete. Let's go ahead and add a new keyframe. On a blank frame, use the playhead red marker, drag it to a specific timeline, select the layer where you want to add a keyframe. Then right-click on the blank frame to insert the blank keyframe. If you want to remove the keyframe, just right-click on the keyframe, then select your keyframe. And always remember the shortcuts, which is F6 for adding keyframe and F5 to add a frame. So now we're done with the basics. Let's now create a simple short clip animation. So let's start by clicking on File, New, or Control N. Change the width, height, and the frame rate of the stage. By the way, for the stage setting, you can always change it the way you like it. Once the stage is set, let's import our files to our library. Note that you can always import your file directly to the stage or to the library. Let's now apply the steps that we learned earlier. Add the new layer by using the menu, Insert, Timeline, Layer, or simply by clicking on the existing layer, then select a new layer. Add one more layer. Then let's go ahead and place our imported files onto each layer keyframe. Now let's rename the layer so that we are organized. The first layer will be our background. The second one is our cup. And the third one is our text. Let's go ahead and set the frame duration to frame 35. Click on the frame, press Shift, and click on the bottom frame to highlight all three. By the way, you can always click and hold to highlight the frames. Press F5 or right-click, select Insert Frames to add the frames for your exported elements. Now let's move our frame to create intervals. Now let's test our simple movie clip. Press Ctrl Enter or click on Ctrl Test Movie, then select Test. There you go. I guess that's it. You can now create basic animation on your own or movie clips using Flash. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good one.